Hi, this is Meg Benedicte, and I'm excited to be introducing my new Earth Central video series. We're going to add it to the new Earth Central radio shows as another medium that I can use to keep in communication with you, keep the lines open and productive and flowing. And so the first topic that I wanted to discuss here in this first video is what is the ascension? I know there's a lot of information out there that can be a bit confusing, and a lot of it can be kind of fluffy fantasy, and not a lot of it is very grounded. And so let's just first talk about what is the ascension. I had my Kundalini awakening in 1994 in the Northridge earthquake, and from that point forward I was just thrust into this ascension process. Unbeknownst to me, it wasn't what I thought my life was going to turn out to be, but this is how Spirit has pulled me into this direction. And so for me, what I've experienced in going through this for the past 20 years is the ascension is a stair-step process that we initiate with conscious choice. We really actually have to set our intention and choose to accelerate our personal evolution on all levels. And so that means that once we have our spiritual awakening and we get this awareness to higher consciousness, this directly impacts all levels: the physical, mental, emotional, egoic, and spiritual levels of our being. Now, many people begin to feel drawn to doing yoga and starting a meditative practice and taking up journaling and switching to vegetarian or vegan diet, a lot of live whole foods, raw food diets, and really just getting back into nature again. This is all the activities that I experienced once I had the awakening. It's like a natural extension of this higher consciousness that's moving through us, and it wants to be expressed in the world in new ways. But also what comes with this awakening is a heightened awareness of where we still feel stuck and less evolved, immature, wounded, where we feel we're energetically blocked and limited. And so we become more aware of all the toxic energy that's running in us, that we're carrying inside, both emotional and mental, and also heavy metal toxicity and yeast infestation and acid reflux, and it starts to begin this whole journey of moving ourselves back into balance, back into alignment, back into our still point, and being able to heal and clear all this toxic energy. Now, I found these are symptoms from living in a toxic world. So everybody has some of this. We're basically living products of our unhealthy environment. But the good news is it can be changed. So in my previous email that I sent out, I included an MP3 download of the quantum vortex technique. These are activations that you can practice with and experience yourself. It's actually an ancient universal tool from the mystery schools, and it has been channeled to me from my work with Metatron. It's truly life-altering to be able to use this tool. And what I've learned from going through this process is I truly believe the root cause of all of our illness and disease and unhappiness really comes from being separated from our divine soul presence. So this is because we've been living in a polarized environment, and it's creating a separation inside us from our own divinity. It's because we're living in this field that's very heavy and dense energy, and it's pushing our soul life force out of our body and into our aura. So we need help in reversing the damages of time and aging and decay, and from being disconnected from our soul presence most of our lives. Now, the quantum vortex technique, it was designed, as I mentioned, it was channeled to me from Metatron. It's designed to help you build deeper soul presence, soul connection. It's designed to help you feel lighter and more peace of mind. It's encoded to enhance this soul connection, and it also helps you begin to notice daily habits and behavior that really are no longer resonating now with this increased consciousness. So I found as you work with the quantum vortex and you start to clear out lower density and activate more of your inherent healing powers, you can increase your energy frequency higher and higher, and you begin to manage and monitor your own energy and daily equilibrium with much more ease. You'll be able to heal the wounded heart from being separated from the soul. You'll be able to heal soul splits and fragments and grow a new inner presence and a sense of really authentic soul confidence and knowing and courage to go out into the world and take action on your own behalf. Now, two of the most challenging obstacles that we need to overcome going through this ascension process is the first one, our very low dense energy frequency. We need to increase our energy frequency. And then the second one is the ego resistance. So let's talk about the first one. This is where we're talking about the spin rate of our atoms is too slow. We've been living in actually a clockwise gravitational field that's compressing our atoms into creating this very dense body of matter. And so we're using the quantum vortex and the anti-clockwise spin rotation to release and open and lift off and unlock that gravitational field. Now we can start spinning our atoms faster and faster. We're increasing our energy frequency. The second challenge, oh my goodness, it's a doozy. It's the ego identity. And this is an artificial human personality that runs in the background. It's running through the subconscious mind. And it is the dominating, controlling force that is opposed to our personal growth and accelerated evolution. And it is going to fight to the end. It's going to fight this ascension process every step of the way. Now, this sounds pretty daunting, but when we're able to get into the quantum vortex daily and we're spinning now against gravity, and we are actually starting to unlock ourselves from the time matrix. And what I found is by going through this process is we have to remember we are the masters of our own energy field, and we need to take our life back. So how do we master this ego resistance? A key insight to the ascension process is that the ego only exists in the past or in expected future. The ego does not exist in the present now moment. It dissolves, it disappears, it's gone. And so the more that we can learn how to live in the now moment and not get ourselves pulled into time, either past or future, we really stay in our still point in the now, we are free from the ego resistance. And so remember, when we are opening our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and embracing our eternal soul presence, we can break free of all human limitations. Okay, so coming up in my next newsletter video will be some more examples of how to apply this really profound universal knowledge that is coming up to our awareness now. It's always been there, but now we're able to start to work with it. And it's going to help us enhance our soul connection and accelerate your personal evolution. I welcome your feedback and comments and stories and suggestions and experiences. Please post them at the blog page or at my Facebook page, and we'll keep this communication going. Okay, until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye for now.